Yes, it's so, y'all, Tracy lights up our weeks and days all the time. Many of you are well aware of Tracy. Please help me in welcoming Tracy, who's part of the AMAZE team and works at AMAZEorg. Tracy, I'm going to let you introduce yourself and kick it off as you're gonna talk a little bit more about what AMAZE can do for these educators.
Absolutely. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so excited to be in front of you. And I will not be in front of you very long, but of course, because this is the AMAZE Educators Conference, we would be remiss to not talk about the ways that you can be an AMAZE educator and not talk about AMAZE in the process. So I'm happy to do that. Again, as was mentioned, my name is Tracy Gilbert. I use she and they pronouns, and I'm the Training and Technical Assistance Manager at AMAZE. And so I have the pleasure of talking to you all about what AMAZE can do for you. And so I would make this a little bit more interactive, but we want to honor time. I am hoping that a good number of you are already familiar with what AMAZE is, right? So AMAZE is roughly around 4 years old. It was an online resource that was offered as a way for young folks ages 10 through 14 to gain developmentally appropriate, accessible, medically accurate, and engaging information about sex and sexual health and sexuality in a manner that met them in real time. So it met them where they were, it met them how they engaged, and it was really about providing them that information in ways that would be attractive to them. And so Lincoln already broke down all of the statistics in terms of how popular it's become. A lot of you are here because you use it and you know that it's a good resource. And yet there is more. So we know that AMAZE predominantly, a lot of folks who know about AMAZE and they know about the AMAZE videos knows that AMAZE is on YouTube, right? So there's a lot of benefits that come with that. There's freedom in terms of being able to use YouTube. You don't have to have any money to use it. All you need is a device that can access the internet. You can even just type in what you're looking for and you find it and you can watch it. You don't have to worry about anything in particular. You can, if you are wanting to watch a few videos, you can kind of watch it on a loop. You don't even have to worry about, you can kind of set it and forget it if you want it. You have the ability to subscribe. So young folks for whom they really value AMAZE as a resource, they're able to subscribe and get regular notifications about new videos as they get put on the YouTube page. In addition, because we know that it has global access, we recognize that young people are viewing this in community. They're being able to find out that, oh, hey, this person in Belfast is dealing with the very exact thing that I'm dealing with in Southwest Texas. How amazing is that? And so there's lots of really great benefits that AMAZE provides, and AMAZE on YouTube provides. At the same time, we recognize that there are some challenges that also come with having AMAZE on YouTube, particularly if you're an educator and you're attempting to figure out, well, how can I use AMAZE in the classroom since my young people like it and since it's attractive to them? We know by and large of the internet as a whole, but particularly YouTube is kind of like the wild, wild west. There's this uncontrolled viewing environment where they can watch whatever it is that they want to watch, but there's no guarantee that they won't be interrupted with an ad, that they won't then be introduced to another video that has nothing to do with AMAZE or has nothing to do with even maybe the topic, or it is talking about the topic in maybe a more problematic kind of way. If you're teaching in a school system, we know that YouTube may very well be on the list of blocked websites that have firewalls that you can't access and you're not able to show them. And then in addition, there's no place to share a lot of supplemental resources. So let's say you see a video and you're really excited about using it, but you're thinking, how do I even introduce this video to my students? And so there's no supplemental resources or anything like that. So at the same time, there's benefits. We know there's also challenges. And that's where AMAZE.org comes in. So we recognize that AMAZE is this really great video collection of these great visual resources that can be used. And also supplemental to that is this entire website where folks like you all can access additional resources that can help bring AMAZE into the classroom in really useful ways. And so at AMAZE.org, for those who haven't had a chance to view it, if you have had a chance to go to the website, shouts out to you. If we have some time at the end, we'd love to see how you're using it, but I'm gonna share just some basics about how you can use the website in this presentation. So at AMAZE.org, you can find all of the AMAZE videos. So roughly at this point, we have about 140 of them. But in addition, you can find supplemental resources for both parents and you all, teachers and educators. Of course, some of you all are wearing multiple hats, and so you're able to access resources that can support the professional work that you're doing as well. And we'll talk about a little bit what that is. In addition, another piece that you can kind of do with YouTube, but it's not as special as how it works on the AMAZE.org website, is using personalization options. So you really have the option through the AMAZE.org to not only access all of these amazing video resources, but you can really make them your own and make them and curate them into a unique learning experience for the folks that you serve. And so what I'm going to do now is give you a chance to check that out. We're going to go to the AMAZE.org website. All right, so this is what the AMAZE.org website looks like if you haven't had a chance to see it. Again, hopefully a good number of you have already had that. When you come to the website, you can see there's lots of different tabs for you to access and different sections here. You can see there's the About section that gives you the general information, as well as a section for educators. We'll talk about that in a second. You can see also that there's a section here for parents, and that's really useful when thinking about how to engage and get your parents to buy into the material that you're providing their young people. The first place I want to take you to, though, are the videos. As you can see, they are broken down here according to topics. So if you're just thinking, if you know that there was a really great video about puberty and you can't quite remember what it was, but you just remember there was this awesome video, you can go to the puberty link and you can see all of the different videos. And of course, right now it decides it doesn't want to, okay, here we go. You can see all of the awesome videos that we have made that specifically deal with the topic of puberty. So you can see teen angst, you can see does breast size really matter, you can see virginity, females and masturbation, etc., and so forth. However, if you're thinking, you know what, I really like, there's a video I already know, there's menstruation sensation, and you already know that's the name. You can also use the search bar here and type it in, and you'll be able to see, here's the video right here, and you'll be taken right to it. So there's two different ways that you can access the videos here, and all the videos live right here on the website. But what is also really cool, what I was talking about in terms of personalization, is that if you head over to your upper right, there is this great little button called My AMAZE, and that's where you can set up your own account that allows you to curate your own materials. And so with the My AMAZE account, you can set up playlists, you can you have a lot of different freedom and a lot of different choices here in terms of how you want to set up material for folks to use. So I'm gonna sign in. And as you can see, your password is protected, so no one who's looking at your screen can see it. And as you'll see here, I was already able to make up my own playlist. And what you can do with these playlists is be able to share this material with the young folks that you're working with. You can share it with students if you're doing a unit and you would like them to study the material and then maybe follow up and be prepared, have it ready for a conversation that you're going to have synchronously. You can do that. If you want to assign it as homework, as supplemental materials, you can do that as well. And so I already put a few videos here that that was just my playlist, my puberty playlist. But let's say, you know, I really wanted to add another one. And particularly, I wanted to add a puberty playlist, but I wanted to do one that really is maybe more gender neutral and doesn't use terms like female or male or anything like that. So I could go back and see what kind of videos are still available that I haven't added to my list yet. Actually, this, so I can see, perhaps I want to add puberty and transgender youth, which isn't exactly what I was saying, but just follow with me. So I see this video, I have a chance to watch it, and I say, you know what? I like this video. I want to add it to my list. All I have to do is go to this little star right here, select it, and it'll flip right on over. And then it says, hey, I can add it to my playlist. Boom, it's added. Very simple. So the playlist is one of the coolest things that I really appreciate about this site. However, let's say again that you've got these videos and you're like, hey, I really want to facilitate this discussion with my students, but I need some questions. I'm not sure exactly how we would go about, how I would even introduce this discussion. And so what you can do for each one of these videos, if you go to their particular video pages, you'll see there's some tabs here: youth, parents, and educators. And if you go under the educators tab, not only will you get a content brief, which provides you general information about the video and the topics that it's saying or that it's sharing, there's also discussion questions that you can use in your classroom. And it's literally, because nobody's going to come to your classroom and talk to you about copyright infringement or anything like that. You can literally copy and paste these into your lesson plan to use in your classroom, adjust them as you see fit or not, but you can use them. In addition, you will also see we've partnered, Advocates for Youth has their 3Rs lesson plans here. And so if you're interested, you can also do one of their lesson plans that use the videos within them. So if you decide, you know what, I don't want to come up with my own lesson plan, I'm just going to use the 5th grade lesson 2, puberty and reproduction. You're going to continue to the external site, to the 3Rs website, but from there you can download the lesson plan and have it right away to be able to go along with the videos that you've selected. I see we have about 4 more minutes, so I'm going to do this in 1 more minute because I have to show you this other really cool resource. So going up to the educators tab, I know it's a little bit difficult to see because my computer is a little bit older than some of the ones that you all are working with. But if you go to the educators tab, what you'll also be able to see is this great little piece here called Educator Toolkits. And what's great about that is that these are already pre-curated video series that relate to specific topics that you might be interested in reviewing with your students. So let's say you are interested, especially with COVID and things going on with puberty, and you've got all these students who are just kind of feeling stressed, and you want to be able to talk to them about their emotional health. We've already cultivated all the videos together for you where you could go straight to this tab and be able to see what videos are available as well as any other additional resources. So there may be conversation starters, there may be processing questions, there may be particular signs and signals that you can look at that can help you determine how you might want to deal with a delicate topic or how you might want to refer a student for follow-up. So there's lots of additional resources that are available to you as well, in addition to the videos here as well. So with that, I'm going to stop. And I'm going to turn it back over to Lincoln because I want to honor time and pause. So if you have questions.
You are a force, Tracy. And of course, Tracy also honors times on team meetings, which I certainly appreciate. But thank you so much, Tracy, for sharing a little bit about all the resources that we have to offer on our website, which are free. AMAZE is always free and will always be free. And so definitely take a look at our website, play around. I saw some chat questions about if you need to pay to sign up for an AMAZE account. You do not. You can make an account. And that playlist function, Tracy, I think it's great that we talked about it, because I know there was comments in the chat section about some videos of AMAZE, and at AMAZE, since we do have so many videos, we do try to have multiple different videos for each subject so that you can choose which video is best for your students, or which video is best for your young people, or which video is best for your work. And so you have a couple of different options. I know that Nora, the lovely Nora, brought up some of that context, but of course, there's some challenges with what schools will allow in terms of AMAZE content versus community-based educators. And so we're really excited to always be taking in your feedback and making updates and changes. Again, we've been around for around 4 years now, and we're always coming out with new videos. So thank you for the people who commented on some videos, and that's feedback that we're always game to hear via info@amaze.org. And of course, as we produce new videos and new content, our content experts like Tracy and Nora and all of our wonderful team will take those feedback points into note. But I do think that this playlist exercise is a good tool if you only want to share a couple specific videos that you yourself select and have watched and have maybe resources on, and then go from there. So Tracy, thank you so much. I will bid you adieu. Tracy will return to us, we're so lucky, on Thursday.